Louis Farrakhan, his Southern Regional Representative, Student Regional Minister Abdul, Sharrieff, Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum.
There is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his messenger. And on behalf of the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming out to this morning. And thank you for listening to Brother David and all those that came before him. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Thank you, as usual, when I come before the men and women of God, I would like to thank you. I want to thank Sister Captain for allowing the sisters to come early this morning and prepare a safe place for us. I want to thank Brother Captain for allowing the brothers to come early this morning and prepare a safe place for us to meet in, because you know what's going on all over the world.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And that's why through the Honorable Louis Farrakhan from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, our way is the best way.
Yes, sir.
Come on now.
To make sure that we can meet together in a safe place. And I thank you for that. And I want to thank all the guests this morning for coming. Give yourself a round of applause. Praise you. My talk this morning is on how strong is your foundation.
Oh, yes, sir.
I want to read from Matthew, just a few verses, 54 through 58. And when he was come into his own country, he taught them in their synagogue, insomuch that they were astonished and said, whence hath thus man with this wisdom and these mighty works? Is not this the carpenter's son? Look how they referred to him. Is not his mother called Mary, and his brethren James and Joseph and Simon and Judas? And his sisters, are they not all with us? Whence then has this man all these things? And
that's right.
They were offended in him. But Jesus said unto them, a prophet is not without honor, save in his own country and in his own home.
Come on now.
Now we must say that the Honorable Louis Farrakhan been in his own country.
That's right. That's
his own home.
That's right.
And all over this world.
Come on.
Yeah. And how have we treated him? Good question. And how are we treating him right now?
Right.
We say we love him.
Say.
Come on.
But the scripture teaches us mere belief counts for nothing.
That's right.
Come
That's
on.
right.
Come on.
Unless carried into
Come
Christ.
on. Come on.
I want to read just a few words from our great illustrious Final Call newspaper. You know the Nation is now Final Call?
Yes, sir.
You shouldn't leave here without it. That's right. So you can read it for yourself. But I want to read just a few paragraphs from the Final Call from this past week when the minister spoke at St. Sabina Church. How did this controversy start about the Honorable Louis Farrakhan being anti-Semitic?
Come on now.
And then you say, well, what does that have to do with anything? Just hang in there. You'll see. You'll see, because it's all written in Scripture. If you will read it. And stop waiting on somebody else to read for you what you can read for yourself.
Come on now. Come on now.
All right? This controversy started back when, the answer perhaps is rooted in his stance in defense of Reverend Jesse L. Jackson. During his run for presidency in 1983, during that time, members of the Jewish community held demonstrations outside Reverend Jackson's campaign event chanting, "Ruin Jesse, ruin," and sending death threats to the prominent leader. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan advised Jewish leaders to sit down with Reverend Jackson, discuss differences. If you harm this brother, I warn you in the name of Allah that this will be the last one that you harm. And from that time to the present, the media and the Jewish leadership have dogged Mr. Farrakhan with the label of anti-Semitic and continue to pressure prominent officials from associating with him.
That's right.
To this very moment.
Right.
And what they didn't put in the paper is that during that time, the threats from the Jews got so thick that the Honorable Louis Farrakhan signed the FOI. They're going to secure River Justice.
That's right.
His home and his family.
That's right.
See, most of you don't know nothing about that.
That's right.
So before the FBI, the CIA, or the Secret Service took over Justice campaign or order to secure him, the FOI was there.
That's right.
And the Jewish lobby and the Jewish people hated the Honorable Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam.
Right.
But why? For a man doing such good works. I think it's written somewhere in the scriptures. For this good work, who and why would you condemn him for this?
Right. That's right.
So the Honorable Louis Farrakhan didn't care nothing about them getting angry with him. He knew that Jesse's life was more important than them killing our brother.
That's right. That's right.
So now the Jews got upset and they started their campaign. And they still have it going to this very moment. But it's written in the scripture.
Right.
And that's why I like to raise this question, because you all afraid to read this part.
Right.
In your Bible that you read and you so love, who do they say in there that killed Jesus?
That's right.
You are so afraid, you're afraid to say it even in your thought process.
They won't say it now.
But it's written that it was a Jew.
Right.
Come on.
And then who are the Honorable Louis Farrakhan's enemies?
Jews.
That's right.
And why won't they let up? Because the Honorable Louis Farrakhan will not bow down. By the grace of God, he will not sell out. And they don't know how to contend with a man like that. They're at their wits' end. They can't buy him. They can't sell him. They can't send none of you to him to do nothing. So how do you handle a man like that? That's why his foundation has to be rooted in God. The Honorable Louis Farrakhan, by the grace of God, I've got the opportunity to travel all over the world with him. I have never, ever seen him with fear.
Come on now.
Go ahead, brother.
And he said, we all have fear,
Listen.
but I've never seen it.
Listen.
I don't care who comes up against him. He says, to this very moment, Allah is sufficient for me. And he has proved it to all of us. You already know, if God and Elijah Muhammad was not with him,
Right.
he'd have been gone a long time ago.
Long time.
That's a fact. The scriptures say, I'll make all of your enemies my footstool. We are living in that time now. All you have to do is open up your eyes. All the Honorable Louis Farrakhan enemies are being made his footstool. That's a fact. Then that's why you should look again at the Honorable Louis Farrakhan. What manner of man is this?
That's right.
Talk about it.
With all your scholarship,
Yeah.
all your top bids, all your traveling over the world to the east and coming back, with all your super churches,
Right.
you call them mega churches. Can you call 1 million black men? And they respond?
Right. They respond.
No. We got to think about that, brothers and sisters.
Right. Go ahead.
I don't care what type of mindset you came in here with. You got to think this morning. Here's a man that they say is anti-Semitic. He's a hater. And you mean to tell me that the God that we all serve will allow a man that, the description that they give, that he blesses him? The call for 1 million men? Men! Not women. 1 million men and black men at that.
Yeah. On the money.
Well, we can't get 5 men on a corner without shooting one another.
That's
Right, right.
And he dare call for 1 million to come to the nation's capital, the most powerful country on earth. And then he said, I want them to come on a Monday.
Work day. Work day.
Now, how many of you don't have to confess now, how many of you, when you heard it, you said, well, that, that ain't going to never happen. Like you still say today. That ain't going to never happen. With all your religious education, you couldn't see it. Oh, no, black men come to Washington on a Monday, and then the Honorable Louis Farrakhan say to them, you pay your own way.
Right.
See, by the grace of God, I traveled with the Honorable Louis Farrakhan throughout the whole country. And we heard, black people ain't going to go nowhere. They got to pay too. And they got to take off their jobs on a Monday. They'll never come. That's what they said. And that's what you said, some of you.
Yes, sir.
You say, Honorable Louis, he going crazy now. Now look how God put his servant out before the whole world.
Yes, sir.
Do you know he could have been disgraced
That's what they wanted.
if the God didn't back him up?
That's right. That's right.
Hoping, it was hoping.
But see, the God put him in a position where nobody can back him up but him.
That's right. That's right.
Right.
Think about that.
That's right.
He said, you don't believe my servant. The Honorable Louis Farrakhan came before the world and he told all of us, I'm backed by 2.
Come on, man.
The most powerful beings in the universe.
Yeah.
And look what you thought. Oh, man, he really crazy now.
Talk, minister. Saying it.
But how can you prove something unless you put it out there for the people to look?
That's right.
And then you start thinking it's impossible.
Right.
Drop that right on.
And then the Honorable Louis Farrakhan got busy
That's right.
because of his foundation and the belief. And he went around this country 2 years speaking, stop the killing. And letting the people know, I want you all men only
Men on me.
come to New York.
That's right.
I mean, come to Washington, D.C. And some of the men stood up. The vineyards he went in. When he went to New York, good God Almighty, when it came out of his mouth. I've never seen nothing like that before, nor since.
Right.
Sisters, stop bringing your children. Drive up. Just let them out. Get out. Get in there to hear what that man got to say. This is actual fact.
Yeah.
What make a woman that love her male child, you know how y'all love y'all male children, would drive up. You didn't know how you were going to find. It was so crowded, they didn't even care.
No.
How you going to find me when it was over? Just get in there.
Right.
And hear what this man has to say. The Honorable Louis Farrakhan. What make people do that? And the Honorable Louis Farrakhan did not disappoint not one of us that was there.
Right. That's right.
True.
See? The armory was packed. Down the street, men and all outside the street couldn't get in.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Not to hear no rock singer.
Broke the doors off.
They hear the word of God. And they came and they heard. And then it was proven later on for them that came obeyed. Then the minister, when he went to Houston, 35,000 all outside, right outside the church. Never been seen like that before.
Yes, sir.
Telling them, come to Washington.
Come on now.
See, but when you read the scripture, you'll see that Honorable Louis Farrakhan is the Jesus
Yep.
in our midst.
That's right.
Oh, look, let me say it again.
Go ahead.
I don't want you to think that I made no mistake,
Right.
because I mean what I say.
That's right. Yes, sir.
I believe it in all my heart
Yes, sir.
and soul.
Come on now.
Go ahead. Go ahead, bro, minister.
And I pray to Allah, God, when the enemy comes, I don't be one of those that say I didn't know.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Who you talking about? See, it's being recorded. I can't back out.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, bro, minister.
When they say it's fixed, I'm fixed by the grace of God.
That's right. It's out there now.
And I pray to the God, when they come, I'm praying that I be one of the first ones. And I'm praying to the God that I stand up like a man. I'm praying to you, Lord. I don't want to be like those that went before us, that punked out.
Right.
Come on.
And they say all was left with just a sister, and all was left with John, just one man. I don't want to be a part of that team. Not me. If I got to die, I want to die the life of a Muslim.
Yes, sir.
I was looking at the news this morning. Brothers just get shot down in the street, died, they'll be gone. For what?
Come on now.
I said, Lord, I don't want to go out like that.
Right.
Not for nothing.
Come on.
If I got to go, and if I even have to take a bullet, let me stand before your servant to protect him.
That's right.
And I want to go out with a smile. They gonna say that nigga is crazy. But I was crazy for my Lord. That's right. Praise be to Allah. But the Abdul I have many like that.
Yes, sir.
All over the world.
Come on.
See? So I'll say to you, enemy, in the name of Allah, be careful.
Yes, sir.
How you handle this one?
That's right.
And I'm talking about Don Baloo's fire car.
Go ahead.
He's not no little lightweight.
No, sir.
Sir.
Well, you should know that by now.
You know it. You know it.
That's right.
Listen now.
And if you all that may have forgotten, there was no Facebook or Instagram when the Million Man March came on.
That's right. Go ahead.
I just want to re-educate some of us.
Yes, sir.
And God sent over 2 million.
Right.
That's right.
So Facebook, Instagram, don't mean nothing to a man of God.
That's right. Go ahead. That's right. Groundwork. Go ahead.
See?
In the streets.
God before. Can't nobody destroy if God is for you.
Yes, sir.
And you all just gonna have to make the attitude adjustment.
Don't have to make it.
Yes, sir.
I know you can't believe that God was sending a black man that looked like you and I to save us.
Yes, sir.
And I say it again. If the Honorable Louis Farrakhan was white, you'll be at his knees right now. Bow. Because you can't believe
Right.
that God loved us so much that he gave his begotten son, the Honorable Louis Farrakhan. Yep. You're going to have to deal with it, so you might as well get ready. Oh, yeah, I know it's got to be difficult for some of your mind to wrap it around that God has using the Honorable Louis Farrakhan.
Come on now.
But look at all the signs.
All of it. Point to.
Show me somebody else. You can take all the rest of it, put them together. They can't do what Don Louis Farrakhan is doing. That's just a fact. Praise be to Allah. See? He said, well, why are you coming out so strong? It's time now.
Yes, sir.
You don't need no Rudy Poo representing. You don't need no scared to death Negro representing a man like Don Louis Farrakhan.
That's right.
Hell no.
That's right.
So I'm saying to all of us, get the Final Call newspaper and read it. Why are the Jews particularly frightening everybody to stay away from Honorable Louis
Good
Farrakhan?
question.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
Why are they doing this? How can Libya at the time gave the Nation of Islam a $5 million loan? That is black banks need money. And they went to the president of the bank and frightened him.
Yeah.
When a man called and have a meeting with the minister and say, please, take the money out the bank.
Right, right.
What kind of power do they have that they can make the president of a bank ask another black man that put the money in the bank to try to support the black bank. And they ask you to take the money out the bank. Just get it out. If there's a white bank that was glad to please Farrakhan, bring it over here.
Come on now.
What has happened to our leaders, our so-called leaders, that there's another phone call that can be made and can put pressure on you when it comes to Abdul Farrakhan to tell you not to help him and the Nation of Islam at all. And why are they doing this? Why?
Why? That's the question.
In every economic adventure that the nation embarks on,
Listen. That's right.
Here they come.
the sanctions put on it,
Yeah.
far and near. No matter what we do,
That's right.
they try to do for ourselves. So we won't have to be begging others to do for us when we can unite and do for ourselves. This is what Dr. Louis Farrakhan is teaching us.
Yes, sir.
Why would the enemy be against that?
Come on.
Why would the enemy be against you coming here and Abdul Farrakhan is teaching us to teach you stop smoking because it's killing you.
Yeah.
Stop drinking.
Yeah.
Stop fornicating.
Couldn't make up.
Stop chasing men.
Oh,
Stop chasing women.
Come on.
cut it out.
Why is he teaching us this? You got a problem with that. You got to think.
That's right.
Why are they against the Honorable Louis Farrakhan teaching the truth that you read about? It said, ye shall know the truth.
Yes, sir.
And the truth will what? Set you free. That's right. But then if the Honorable Louis Farrakhan is teaching that truth, and he is from Honorable Elijah Muhammad, then why would our open enemy fight it?
Right.
We have our own school system that's set up. Why won't you support it? Just think about that. Everything that the Honorable Louis Farrakhan is doing from God, you fight it. Because your enemy don't like it.
Yes, sir.
Do you know right now, if the Jews went on national TV and said, look, Farrakhan is all right. Look how many people be running. Jesus, we've been waiting on this.
Right.
Master said we free.
There'll be enough seats in here.
We could go and listen to Honorable Louis Farrakhan now. We could go and even join him. Because you have allowed our open enemy to be your master. But it's written.
Yes, sir.
It's written. Look how many white people right now love the Honorable Louis Farrakhan.
That's right. Yes, sir.
Do you
Love
realize if the Honorable Louis Farrakhan said today white people can come and join the nation, you won't even get in here.
That's right. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Then you'll be outside now. Look at what they did.
Yep, that's a fact. Yes, sir.
That's right. That's right.
But you out there, you don't want to come. But the minute they come, watch here you come.
That's right. Yep.
It's safe now. Master say we can go and listen. You know it's the truth. You know it's the truth. But then that should make you want to look again and study this man called Honorable Louis Farrakhan.
That's right.
What is it about him
Yeah.
that has the whole world upset? Oh, here's a little short-statured man, born in America, live in America, and got the whole world upset with him, and he never been to jail.
Never done nothing wrong.
Ain't broke none of their laws. He told you the only thing he do is speed. They got a couple speeding tickets. That's the most they can get on. Then Big Bad America, supposed to be powerful Congress,
Right.
tried to set a threat out.
Right.
We're going to bring him before Congress.
Go get me.
The minister said, I'm waiting.
Yes.
Right now.
And you ain't hear nothing else.
No, they didn't work. They didn't work.
Look at Big Bad Pharaoh right now.
Pharaoh.
Mr. Trump.
Pharaoh.
Text out every morning. Can't wait to text. talk about and tweet everybody. Have you heard anything about Honorable Louis Farrakhan? Why won't he say something about the Honorable Louis Farrakhan? What is it about the Honorable Louis Farrakhan that the whole world is upset? You gotta think again. You gotta go to the scriptures and read. It's written. It's clear. He came among his own.
Come on, sir. Yes, sir.
And they what? Received him not.
That's right.
Look at our sister Aretha Franklin funeral. The whole world was looking.
The whole world, man.
The family invited Honorable Louis Farrakhan to come. He wanted to just sit out in the audience just to moan with them.
That's right.
But they asked him to come up on the podium. And look how long he sat there. And they were so afraid
So afraid.
to let him say anything.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's written. He came among his own,
In his own.
and they received him not. But look how that Jesus responded. He sat there just as dignified.
That's right.
And look at Master Click. Your master. He came over, bow. Look at me bowing to him.
That's right.
But the minister or the preacher of that church, he just couldn't let him come to that road. He got a phone call. You better not let him say nothing.
Come on.
Yes, master. Yes, master. Whole world looking.
Come on now.
See, the preachers supposed to be the freest men in our community
That's right. That's right. That's what it's supposed to be.
because they eat from the people.
That's right. That's right.
So they're supposed to be able to speak on behalf of
The people. Yes, sir. That's right.
Not so.
Not so.
I don't care who they are.
Yes, sir.
A button could be pushed, a phone call could be made, and they'll bow.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Come on.
Faith.
That's their connection.
Yes, sir.
They bought, paid for. I gotta tell it.
Go ahead.
Yes,
Go ahead.
sir.
I know you're angry with me. I don't care. I gotta tell it. This about all of them bought and paid for by Jews.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Now, I know it hurt some of y'all feelings, but that's the truth. You gotta know the truth. And that's why the litmus test now.
That's right. That's right.
Listen.
Dr. Louis Farrakhan has become that.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your relationship, Farrakhan? I don't know him.
Wait.
Never heard of him. See?
Line.
A few days ago, our great giant, the mighty rock
Yeah.
of the South,
That's right.
Student Minister Rockman Muhammad, he passed away.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we wanted a place big enough because we know the community at large wanted to come and pay their respect.
Listen now.
And we made calls
Tell it, brother.
to our Christian brothers and sisters.
Tell it all, man.
And our sisters say, 1 minute they got a phone call, we called, oh yes, you can bring him here.
Yeah.
Then a few minutes later, phone call must have was made, we can't have him.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a fact.
You mean to tell me you didn't know that the first time you answered?
Come on.
That's right.
What happened?
Yeah, but then we moved on.
Yeah.
They went to our brother. Wait. He built the masjid on the other side of town.
Listen.
They wouldn't have had it if it wasn't for the mighty rock.
That's right.
That's
Y'all
right.
came in under him.
That's right.
They said 1 minute we could bring him home. Everybody was happy.
Yeah.
The family was going to finally get together. Then another phone call was made,
Uh-huh.
and then it was said that we can't bring the rock home because of so and so and so and so. So now we got to look for some other place now. And people on the outside look, where are you going to have this shenanigans at? Where? Because you keep changing. But you didn't know behind the scenes what was happening.
That's right.
We tried.
Listen now.
Then our Christian brother, Tucson,
Yeah.
That's right.
here.
That's right.
said you could bring him here.
That's right.
a Christian brother.
Right.
See? He opened his doors, didn't care. You look at the video, he sat right there with the minister, walked to the door. He wasn't afraid.
That's right. Wasn't afraid.
See? But our Muslim brothers that we love,
Yeah, yeah.
they couldn't make room in dent for our brother.
They all rain.
See? That's just the truth. You can come up with any kind of excuse you want to, but
Right.
bottom line is we couldn't have him there.
That's right. That's right.
But it's all right.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
We brought him home.
Yeah.
That's right.
And we had him here, but why would you give somebody outside our community that kind of authority over you?
Right.
Think about that.
That they can make a phone call and tell you
What to do?
who you can have in your religious house
Right.
and who you can't.
Right.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
And I met with a preacher not too long ago.
Listen.
And one told me in advance, they said, you know, they passing little laws. And they passing one, they're trying to get it through the city council now. They're keeping it quiet. That anybody that speaks against Israel, just speak against Israel,
Right.
Right.
Tell it.
they will not be able to get government contracts.
Wow. Think about it. Think about
Shut it down.
that. Think about
Shut
that.
it down.
Now you think about how many black people in Atlanta that live off government contracts.
Live up.
I don't care how big or how small.
Come on, man.
Right.
That's their lifeline.
Right.
So now, when the call is made, oh, you know that contract you have? You don't want to jeopardize it, do you? Keep Farrakhan out. And don't let his people even come.
None of his people.
If you notice, all the colleges, black colleges,
Yeah.
they don't only want Donald Lewis Farrakhan on a college campus.
That's right.
They want none of his helpers.
That's right.
Yeah,
Teach on
we-
that. Teach on that. Listen.
Bill witness.
And the presidents of these college campuses bow to the Jews' pressure.
That's right.
So even when Donald Lewis Farrakhan want to come up on a college campus, he pay his own way. They still got a problem with that.
That's right. That's right.
They don't want him up there, even if he pay his own way. Why are you so afraid of Donald Lewis Farrakhan words that comes out of his mouth to the youth?
That's right. That's
Wake
right.
That black man.
That's right. True.
Wake that black
See
man.
him up.
They are
Wake
doing
him up.
all that they can to try to keep Donald Lewis Farrakhan from his people
Yes, sir.
Work day and night.
and their own people.
Yeah, he's getting them too.
Because if you go back in the days when Donald Lewis Farrakhan used to go up on the college campus, he would go, some of the colleges, majority of them sometimes was white.
White.
And they would be outside chatting hate words to Donald Lewis Farrakhan going in. And then when he left out, they were loving him.
Yeah.
Because they heard the truth. And it set them free. See? And what you may not know and you may not understand from the white man's perspective is that Donald Lewis Farrakhan told us, he said, now you imagine this, check this out. You know what Michael Jordan playing basketball? All these white children had Michael picture on their wall.
Come on
All
now.
of them.
And they had Michael Jackson picture on their wall.
That's right. That's
What is that doing to little white children's mind? See? And the fathers and their mothers didn't like that. Because now they're heroes. You imagine now you are racist. And your children telling you that my hero is a black man.
Black man.
What?
I want to be like Martin.
I'm gonna be like mine.
See, and you think this is far off.
Right. Come on, bro.
Last week in the half, right in South Carolina. Well, South Carolina, right? The police chief is white. His daughter is on the force. She started dating a black police officer. He finds out about it. No. He fires the black man. How dare you? You're going to have a relationship with my daughter? And you'll find out now, just about all law enforcement, the Ku Klux Klan is in there.
That's right. Yes, sir. That's right.
They traded in their hood, some of them, for uniforms and suits and rolls on the bench. See? And you've been lulled to sleep. And now the new slave market is the prison. And the auction block is the courthouse.
Yes, sir.
Right. Teach. Go ahead.
All you have to do is just go.
Go ahead.
Don't get arrested. Just go and sit in the courtroom one day. And just watch how many of us and young people getting life, double life. And now they're going to the prison and they're working with free labor.
Yes, sir.
This is happening right now. And the Honorable Louis Farrakhan is sounding the alarm.
That's right. Yes, sir.
And white folks don't like that. That's just real. Hey, so now, the Honorable Louis Farrakhan in their eyesight is enemy number one. And they have tried everything thus far to bring him into their courts. And it has not worked. But this is written too. See, that's why a few more days, and you're going to see the crucifixion of Christ.
Yeah.
It's all written. But you look at it as if it happened 2,000 years ago.
No, sir.
When it's happening right now. That's why you got to make the attitude adjustment on your mind.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Minister.
The Jesus that you've been looking for, the Jesus that you've been praying for, grandmama and granddaddy, is here.
That's right.
Praise be to our Lord. You can take it or let it alone. It's real. So you might well make the attitude adjustment.
That's right.
Yep.
He's a black man. And he looked just like you and I.
That's right.
And he ain't no punctified one. He's the boldest black man on earth. And he's standing up against the forces of evil all over the world. And they all have come together and have said, if we leave him alone, the whole world will go after him. So that's why Facebook is doing what they're doing. We gotta stop him at all costs. It's written. And they use the word, he is dangerous. But notice what the Honorable Louis Farrakhan came out and said. He said, I am dangerous.
That's right.
Yes, dangerous to who? See? Satan. That's real.
That's right.
That's why Satan is so upset. Because he's being revealed. And that's the Honorable Louis Farrakhan's job.
That's right.
Is to unmask him so you can see the truth.
That's right.
Who that cover up?
Notice when he was in some St. Sabina's church, Mr.
Right.
Mince his words.
That's right. Straight word.
He talked about the pedophile. He talked about the Pope right in his house.
Yeah.
What manner of man is this? Never come in your own house and talk about the owner.
Go ahead, Brother Sharrieff. Go ahead. Go
A
ahead.
man of God.
Go ahead.
A man that fears no one but God.
Go ahead.
Man like Moses.
And then he let the world know, here's a white man that's been my friend for over 40 years.
That's right.
A white man, you say you're a hater, what that? Something don't add up. He hate white folks, but you got a white friend.
Come on now.
And he came before the world the white friend invited him. Said, look, Brother Farrakhan, you can come to my church and tell the world whatever you want to tell them. I didn't hear. Maybe they did it quietly. I didn't hear no black church.
No, sir.
Are you coming to my church?
Not one.
Right.
One.
See? But my white friend.
Come on.
And look what he got to put up with. Hatred. They denying him money. He had to cancel his program. They talking about killing all kind of men of evil.
Cardinal, yes,
sir.
But it's written that these kind of things was going to happen in a lot of days. So it's happening right now in our face. And we're looking at it. But because we won't make the attitude adjustment, because you just can't believe that God loved us so much that he would send a black man that looked like us to do this miracle.
Yes, sir.
Now, Honorable Louis Farrakhan doing all these miracles so the whole world see it.
Yeah.
How do you deny it when you see 1 million men, 2 million can't? How do you deny that? You can't.
Can't.
4 times.
But you know what? Just like it's written in the scripture, when Jesus did the miracles, they came behind him, the Sadducees and the Pharisees, say he was a magician.
Right.
And some of the people went for that. How in the hell can a magician bring 2 million men to Washington?
Right. That's right.
You think about that now. But some of you would rather that it be a magician than a black man from God. Made a call to black men, and it reached their soul, and they answered the call, not from a hater, but from a lover.
Oh, man. Go
And
ahead.
they responded.
Go ahead. Chief. Go ahead.
God Almighty. I'm talking about the Honorable Louis Farrakhan.
That's right.
See?
That's right.
And look what happened. The men opened up. And look at the miracle now. They had never seen nothing like that before. First of all, that many men in America come together.
We ain't seen
Wasn't no fights.
none.
Not one.
No, not one.
Nobody was drinking.
And when we left, they said it was cleaner than before we got there.
Come on.
Never been done before.
Never.
If that's not a miracle, what is?
Right.
They came in peacefully. They heard the message, and they left peacefully.
That's right. That's right.
And they had the military
Ready.
underground waiting
Right.
with tanks and automatic weapons.
Yes, sir.
I know this by the grace of God because I was the Honorable Louis Farrakhan point man on that pod.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I met with all law enforcement agencies in America, and they told us
Listen.
how they were prepared. And I told them what the Honorable Louis Farrakhan said. And they can take that to the bank. That's real.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, bro, man.
See, because they was calculating everything but God.
Come on.
See, they didn't calculate God's presence
Go ahead.
that day.
That's right.
That was heaven, man.
God's presence was there
That's right.
all over the people.
Nothing but peace.
That's
Nothing
right.
Everywhere you look, peace.
but That's it.
They was up in the trees,
Up in the trees.
peace. Standing all day long, peacefully.
Sitting around the pool.
I mean, all this. And you saw it, those of you that stayed back on TV, you scared to come, but you was on TV looking.
That's right. That's right.
That's real. You don't know it. Most of you don't know this. The prisons shut down all over America. The brothers inside shut it down and watched it on TV.
Yes, sir.
Didn't move.
Yes, sir.
They told me the people, you know, when you have to take count, you have to stop and stand up. They didn't move. See? One man, by the grace of God, affected the whole world. In prison, outside of prison, the whole world.
Mouthpiece of God.
It's real. The president got out of town.
Oh, he flew away.
The Congress shut down.
Locked the door.
I was on the point by the grace of God. We went in 6 months in ahead. The minister moved me to Washington. We went and met with all of them. But the Congress is going to be in session, and we're not going to close it down. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. But you look and see what happened. They closed the whole city down. That's real. And the president got out of town.
Got out of town.
That's real. And all the tanks that was underground and the automatic weapon ready to move never moved.
That's right.
Right.
Because God's presence
That's right.
Was
was
that?
there.
Yes, sir.
His anointing,
Go
the
ahead.
Louis Farrakhan,
That's right.
was
There.
there.
Yes, sir.
right.
Praise.
That's real. Whether you like it or not, that's real.
Yeah.
Seeing some of you, well, he did it here. But during that time, you had a lot of you all say, well, he still ain't no real Muslim. See, now he captured the Christian world, because this is a Christian country.
Right.
And 85% of the people who came to the march
We're
was
Christians.
Christians.
That's right. That's right.
All right, think on that now.
See, it's written in your book, the Bible.
Right.
It's
Right.
written
Say you believe.
that his sheep know his voice.
Go ahead.
And another.
So I was telling about you being in the church or in the mosque.
Good shepherd.
When he spoke,
Yeah.
my sheep know my voice.
Yes, sir.
And they came and they answered.
That's right.
So he ain't no real Muslim. So when the minister went overseas
Go ahead.
to the Muslim world,
Right at it. Right.
God allowed me, thank you, Jesus, to go with him. So I'm a witness bearer.
That's right. I witness.
I seen Big Bad Saudi Arabia,
Yeah.
the kingdom,
Yeah. The kingdom.
where the Kaaba is,
Yes.
all the holy houses, holy sites.
That's right.
I seen them come to the airport and bow.
That's right.
Brought the Honorable Louis Farrakhan in dignified.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
The airport, I got pictures of it. I wish I should do PowerPoint so you can see it.
Yes, sir.
I never seen an airport like that before. Marble and gold everywhere. Chandelier so big, better blow your mind. And they brought the Honorable Louis Farrakhan in. Idi Amin, that used to be the president of Uganda, met us at the airport too.
Yes, sir.
And you should see how they served the Honorable Louis Farrakhan. But he ain't no real Muslim now. Remember that? But he in a Muslim country.
Right.
And look how they treated him.
That's right. Royalty.
Nothing for royalty. They put him in a hotel. The hotel was like a football field. It was so big. I said, good God Almighty. It's just heaven on earth. Oh, Lord, have mercy. But this is how they treated Don Baloo. That ain't no real Muslim.
Right.
That's what you think. But I see when it was time for him to meet the king
Talk, man.
and the prince.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
They came to the hotel to get Don Baloo's Farrakhan. And they brought us. Because I was with it. Thank you, Jesus. And they brought us
Go ahead.
to the meeting where they was going to greet Don Baloo's Farrakhan. And they had red carpet from the street all the way down and up the steps into the room. Don Baloo's Farrakhan. That's you ain't no real Muslim. Don Baloo's Farrakhan. When he got out of the car, he saw the carpet. We walked on the side, on the grass. Because he knew that wasn't for him. And we walked right on the grass all the way up on the steps on the side of the carpet into the room. And then when the host came and said,
Right.
where's Brother Farrakhan? Where's Brother Farrakhan? They said, he's already up in the room. He said, no, this is for him. They came up and got Don Baloo Farrakhan and brought us back down. And they told me, they said, no, this is for you, Brother Farrakhan. And the minister, he reluctantly got on the carpet because he humble.
Right.
That's not what he came looking for. But the fact that he's a real Muslim,
Right.
they told him this is for you.
It's for you.
And as the minister walked through the car, I was with him. I said, yes, sir. Step, Lord. Step. And we stepped on that carpet by the grace of God. But this is the respect
Respect.
that Saudi Arabia had
On the
for the Honorable Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam.
That's right. Outside.
Oh, yes.
Outside.
Mhm. But check out your so-called leaders from here that goes over there
Right.
and see how they're treated.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Same ones that this.
Yeah. This is actual facts.
Right. That's right.
We have the footage to prove it.
That's right.
See, dude, at Savior's Day, when you saw the minister bring out all the cloaks and the robes and all that kind of stuff that they gave him,
That's right.
he had had that for years. But because of jealousy and envy,
Right.
he didn't want to bring it out and show it. When we went to Saudi Arabia, with the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, and with Brother Salim and I, when we went to the Kaaba, outside of the Kaaba, black people from Africa all around there begging. And you should see how they treat us over there during that time, 85.
Listen.
You in there?
And the Honorable Louis Farrakhan told us, he said, when you go back home, don't tell the people. What manner of man is this?
Go ahead, go ahead.
He didn't want to change your view of the kingdom.
Right.
But now, damn it, I'm going to tell it. I'm going to tell it from the mountaintop. By the grace of God. What man of Honorable Louis Farrakhan? He respected the house.
Go ahead.
He told us, don't come back and tell you. But now, it's time.
That's right.
It's time now. You're going to have to make the attitude adjustment. Because you need to know the Honorable Louis Farrakhan. And I'm saying it boldly to the world by the grace of God. He is the Jesus in our midst. That's a fact. Praise and I say it again, you can take it, or let it alone.
That's right.
Keep living. You shall see. Now you can go get any of your books, scholarly books. Dust them off because you know you got dust on because you ain't reading them. You should be, but go get it out again. And read the life of Jesus.
That's right.
And now it's getting to the time of the crucifixion. So go study and watch. It tells you, it's like a road map. If you read it, you would guide right to it.
Listen.
Teach.
See, it's time now, soon, for the betrayal. It's going to happen.
Come on with it.
See, the Honorable Louis Farrakhan told me, by the grace of God, when we was in Saudi Arabia, he said, America think that the revolution and the uprising going to come from black people.
Come on now.
But it's not. It's going to come from their own children. That's tired of the lies they've been told.
Tell it.
You see it in a few days. Or you're going to see it. Just keep living.
Teach.
See, because the Honorable Louis Farrakhan is not just to give guidance to black people. That's primary, but he's to give guidance to the whole world.
Tell it.
And they are beginning to listen. If you make the attitude adjustment, you can see clearly. Because you really don't have an argument that you can win.
Right. That's right. That's the thing.
You can get caught up in emotion
Emotion.
and then walk away. You can do that. But you didn't win. You just walked away. See? But if you really want to sit down, because see, the Honorable Louis Farrakhan taught us, don't debate nobody. Because when you debate, you got a winner and a loser.
That's right. That's right.
He say, reason with them.
Teach.
That's what you do.
Teach me.
You bring your facts to the table and let them bring their acts to the table.
Yes, sir.
Tell it.
That's right.
And I did say acts, not facts. Because the truth of it, not bragging, you can't win with the stuff that we use coming from the Honorable Louis Farrakhan.
That's right. That's right. Can't win.
And that's why you saw Donald, they said their best. They can't win. Not bragging, just facts.
Come on.
They don't have not a human being on the planet they can go against Honorable Louis Farrakhan and win.
Listen.
Praise be to Allah. You can take it or let it alone. You can get caught up in your emotions or you can reason with us.
Go ahead.
Don't you know if our open enemy had somebody that they can trot out,
Right.
they would have done that by now? Why is it that the Honorable Louis Farrakhan went before the world and said, look, I'll get Madison Square Garden.
That's right.
Bring out your best scholars.
Showdown.
Showdown time.
That's what he said.
We're going to do it in the public. You say I am, I say I'm not. Let's prove it in the public.
That's right. Go ahead, man.
That's what he said.
With all this so-called scholarship
Right.
and all the money that they have, why haven't they come? Why haven't they come for the showdown? No takers. That should tell you something right there.
Right. Pay attention.
Why haven't the great preachers? Why haven't they come? Oh, Farrakhan, come on, I'll debate him anyway. I'll meet with him. Why haven't they come? Because they looking at the minister on YouTube too.
That's right.
Tell it.
Praise be to Allah. You listen to their service on Sunday when you go home today. Go back and listen to it. You'll hear Farrakhan coming all out.
That's right. Can't help it.
Because they done ran out of their so-called knowledge.
That's right.
So they go get, let me get Farrakhan tape. Let me see what he's talking about today. And then they craft it. Put themselves in there, but put his teaching in there. It's okay, as long as the truth go out.
That's right. That's right.
Ministers don't have no problem with that.
That's right.
That's just a fact. And now, all of you intelligent people, you say you're tired of Mr. Trump? You tired of what's going on in your life and how you being mistreated? The white man shooting us down in the street. Look how he killing the women now. He don't kill nobody. They don't want us to have nothing. And you know this.
That's right. That's right.
They send them up into the church and they shoot you down in the church and you don't pray for them. And look what they do. On the way to jail, they take him to the darn Burger King and feed him. That's his reward. You should have killed more of them. You see this. And what you gonna do? You're just gonna pray for them. They burned the churches down a few days ago. We're gonna just pray for them.
Tell it.
What is it gonna take for you to wake up?
Come on now.
Because they really put you all in a deep sleep. And that's why they hate the Honorable Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam.
That's right.
Because when we get this teaching, we wake up. And we see you for who you really are.
Teach.
That's right. That's right. Yes, sir.
Teach.
And that's real. We can go in our neighborhood and just our presence alone stop the killing.
Right.
That's right.
That's
That's right.
real.
That's right.
That's right. When you get the final call newspaper on your way out, they talked a little bit about the dope busters. The miracle that took place in Washington, D.C. with the largest open-air drug market
Listen.
that we went in by the grace of God with the guidance of the Honorable Louis Farrakhan
Right.
Teach.
and shut it down in 2 days. Go get the Washington Post newspaper. It'll tell you, they said the Muslims did in 2 days what the police didn't do in 2 years. They was trying to get something started by messing with the police ego, but it's true. And Brother Richard, our editor of the Final Call, came out with a new book, just came out this Savior's Day,
That's right.
called The Dope Busters. You need to get it and read the story.
Yes, sir.
The real miracle that took place
That's right.
in Mayfield Mansion. Now they put it in the Library of Congress. See, you don't know this about the Nation of Islam because you won't read. You won't read. This is real. And this happened in your lifetime, though.
That's right.
See? You should go do the research. But my point is this. After knowing all of this, and then knowing your individual struggle
Right.
that you're going through every day because of this wicked enemy,
That's right.
then the last thing, my next question to you is, if all of this is being done, and it is, and you hear the truth, and you know your eyes come open, your ears, you're more knowledgeable, but it's written, when Jesus spoke, he opened the eyes of the blind, he made the deaf hear. All this is being done by the word from the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, and you've been witness of this. Praise be to God.
Teach.
Then my question to you is, on my way to my seat.
Bring it.
Simple as that. I just talk out enough. You won't be. Why won't you come and join the army of God? You say you tired? Excuse me. You say you tired? Then the question is, what are you waiting for?
That's right.
Why won't you join the army of God? You look and see what the FOI are doing. You saw what we did in California. We're doing it all over America. Why won't you join the army of God? What do you have to lose?
Teach.
You have everything to gain.
Teach. Teach.
You have a leader with a proven track record.
Tell it.
I'm talking about Honorable Louis Farrakhan.
Tell it.
Then why won't you join him?
Come on, man.
He take the brothers that's on drugs
Yes, sir.
and he straighten us up, and then we put bow ties and straight ties on us. He stop us from smoking.
That's right, sir.
He take the sisters but who used to have mini skirts on and put the long dress on.
That's right.
And put that pretty happy come up there. That beautiful hair.
Tell it.
And he dignify all of us. Don't you want to be a part of that?
Yes, sir.
I mean, your soul is crying out for justice. Then here it is. Why won't you come home? What are you afraid of?
Talk.
Why won't you come home? Do you know if we had the army, I'm talking about the real army, we could change this city overnight.
Tell it.
Black people would get out of poverty overnight. We can stop the drug market. We can stop the alcohol dens. I know this part is going to hurt you. We can stop the prostitution. I know it's difficult, but we can do it. Righteousness can stop it.
That's right.
Come join the army of God. If you want to really make a change. What are you waiting on? You know inside is the right thing to do.
That's right.
But you say, well, some of my best friends are white. Well, that's okay. Tell them they can join the white mosque. We have a white man that started his own mosque under the Nation of Islam. He loved Honorable Louis Farrakhan. You know, Savior's Day is open. Everybody come. He come around Savior's Day just bow tied down. I'm like, I'm with Farrakhan. I love it. No, that's real.
Listen now.
So all your best friends that you hooked on, just tell them they can go to the white mosque. But you coming over here.
Yes, sir.
Do you really know that? Really, this is the only place left on earth? The Nation of Islam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And that's changing somewhat because now we let our Hispanics in. So all along they Muslim. But that's the only place left on earth that's majority black. And we have black leadership.
Yes, sir.
That's
Because see, you don't think no leadership right unless you gotta have a white mix up in there.
right.
This is black leadership from the top down.
That's right.
That's right. That's sir.
That's real. I know some of you, maybe that's the hold some of you back. But when you go get some white leadership, you know, I can't work on the black leadership well. You won't be working.
Tell it.
So you got to make the attitude adjustment I'm talking about.
Tell him, Brother Minister.
And we proud of this. Black people running things. For real. That's right.
For real.
That's real. Well, I know that the Honorable Louis Farrakhan got some white advisors somewhere around there. His research department is totally black. That's right. Sorry about that. So you might well come on and join on to what? Your own.
That's right.
That's right. Some of you right now scared to death. Knees shaking up under them seat. You join somebody black? You join somebody black? Oh, Jesus. Some of you can't even imagine joining nothing all black.
Tell it.
No, you can't imagine that. No! They have nightmares thinking about it. No!
Tell it.
Come on, bro.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah.
Go
But
ahead.
whether you know it or not, God is black. So you might well get ready. When the minister asked the Jews, he had a meeting with the Jews. Thank God, Jesus, you let me be in the meeting. And he asked them, he said, if Jesus came and knocked on your door and you found out that he was black, what you gonna do? And the minister said, what you gonna say? A nigger's at the door! Well, y'all might well get used to it. You know, notice now, in St. Savannah, Father Flicker had a black picture of a black Jesus on the wall. If you go back and look, I know you didn't see it because you didn't want to believe it. Go back and look at it. He has a picture of a black Jesus.
That's right.
He know the truth.
You know the truth.
The Pope know the truth.
Like Madonna.
They know they got the black Madonna. They know the truth.
That's right.
All you Masons, your cousin of Mason, your granddaddy, your daddy, your mama is an Eastern Star.
Yes, that's right.
Right now, how do your mother dress as an Eastern Star? White garment like that.
That's right.
They know the truth.
That's right.
Why is it that the Masons, they get them at their 33 degree of knowledge, so-called? What are they given? Go back and ask. And watch you look at how you know that boy. They give them a Holy Quran.
That's right.
All of them. They know the truth. Think I'm lying? Go back and ask them. Come back next Sunday and say, Brother Minister, you lied to us. You can't say it. You won't be able to say it. They're Muslim sons.
Come on. That's what they are. That's what they are.
That's right. And all of them, at a certain point, supposed to come and help the Honorable Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam.
That's right.
That's right.
Teach.
That's why all of your people of so-called no are Masons, Eastern Star,